Hello guys, and welcome to another ProfileTree Wix YouTube tutorial. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to create an online course on Wix. So first of all, just want to clear up that I'll not be designing the entire website. I'm just going to be showing you the foundation or base of the actual online course. So this is just to give you a better understanding on how to set it up, and it'll sort of lead you in how you want to build your own website. So since we got that all cleared up, we'll go ahead and get started. So we're starting off here with a blank canvas. Of course, this is our foundation. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding or building our payment section first. So that'll be our sort of account structure. This will be like pricing plans and stuff. So if you look on your left side here, you've got a couple of options. We'll be focusing mainly on the add ops. So we'll go ahead and click on that. Okay, so once that all loads up for you, all you need to do is you're going to go ahead and you'll want to click on the search apps area. So we'll go ahead and type in pricing and plans. So you'll see right here, you'll have Wix pricing plans. We'll go ahead, and we'll click on that. So you'll be given this screen and it'll ask you straight away, well, it'll show you, that it sells packages, memberships, and subscriptions. You can add that to the site for free. Just right below, as you can see, free to install. And if we go ahead and preview that, there's a couple of options on how you want to create it. As you can see, they've got their own little area on how they did it. There's a beginner, a pro, or a VIP, and they're even showing off what it would look like, even with the coupons. So that's just a small introduction into the pricing plans. We'll go ahead and click add to site. So we'll wait for this to load up. Okay. So as you can see here, we've got our online Wix course that we've added earlier on. I'm going to show you guys how to do this. So how this works as well is once you add the plans and pricing, you'll also get your login bar, which is the members. As you can see, that's your members pages, and you've also got a sign up and login. But primarily we're going to be focusing on how to create an actual plan as you see in front of us. And as you can see, I've already added one saying that the online course will be £400 and that this course will provide basic training for Wix site builds. And I've also included below where it's 2 modules for basic, 3 modules intermediate, and 3 modules advanced. So that's just like a slight description on what you're wanting to present, what sort of content you want to produce for that sort of price. So we'll get stuck into it. If we go ahead and click on Manage Plans, just right above, we'll go ahead and click on that. We'll wait for that to load. So once you wait for that to load, it'll give you a dashboard and it'll say Pricing Plans. As you can see, set up subscriptions, memberships, or package plans to sell on your site. And on top of there in orange, you could see to accept recurring payments online, connect payment method. We'll look at that in a wee minute. But first, I want to go ahead and create a similar plan to Wix Online course. So we'll go ahead and click on the Create Plan. And you'll be given a new screen. And as you can see, it says Untitled Plan. Now, to change that name, right here, it'll say Plan Name. So you could say Wix Site Building, something like that. And then you can add a description. So So something like that. Of course, we've already got the Wix online course, so you can have something like this along the lines for your plans. So you can have something different. You can have a bunch of different plans that you want to provide for your users. So what's included in this plan? So we'll actually rename that and say so something like that. And then what's included in this plan? Web designer, uh, give you uh, one-to-one training on Wix. So something like that. And what's great is you can add more. So this is pretty much as you want. It doesn't have to be just the one there. So that's the sort of plan that I'm going to create, is a professional web designer to give you one-to-one training on Wix. And then right after the plan information, you'll see the pricing options. And within the pricing options, you can set this to a free plan, you can change it to a one-time payment, or a reoccurring payment. So this basically just means if you want to go ahead and hire them, say £25 per week, and then the length of the plan goes on until cancelled. And you can also enable a free trial. So the free trial, let's just say you could do a trial of 1 day. So that sort of just makes sense. It's just like, let's just say, since you are hiring a professional web designer and you want to see how it goes first before you go ahead and commit to paying weekly, you can trial them for 1 day, and if they like it, they can go ahead and choose to hire you for a recurring payment. So something like that. You don't have to follow this one. I'll show you the other one that I've created. And the next one here you could see is a settings area. And that settings area will show you if you want to limit this purchase to one person, allow a plan cancellation. So you can even let people set a start date, which you could do so. If you want to keep things organized and you want to work around their schedule, you can do that. Or if you want them to work around your schedule, you can go ahead and turn that off. But that all, of course, only occurs within the checkout area. You can also add some policies, which is great. These could be your, as it says there, your terms and conditions, or a couple of disclaimers that you could provide as well. As you can see, there's a policy checkbox that you could do and checked by default. So this is where you could provide, just say free trial only occurs for 1 day. Rest of the sessions are paid for. So something like that. Doesn't have to be the exact same one. Of course, that's on you on what you want to write for your terms and conditions for your website. So we'll go ahead and click save. I'm happy enough with that. And of course, you can also choose to collect additional information. So this is if you want to create some custom forms, as it says there, and you could probably do a survey or something like that. Just against the plan, if you want to recommend it to a friend, something like this. And of course, you can customize a thank you page once they're finished their purchase, as you would see. So thanks for your order. You'll receive confirmation email shortly. And you could choose where you want to redirect the customer to. Of course, there's other pages. You could bring them to a URL. So the URL that you would have to put down, especially if you want to bring them to another page site on the Wix site itself, just copy the URL over and then just link it to this. Or if you want to link them to say you want to link them to YouTube or your YouTube or any of the social media accounts, you can go ahead and do that. Or what other websites tend to do is just link them to the homepage. I'm happy enough with that, so we'll not stay too long here. I'll go ahead and click save. So now that we've looked at all this, what we want to do now is go through to the settings. But before going to the settings, of course, that's one mistake that I almost made here, is that we want to go ahead and save it first. Then we can go to the settings. As you can see, it's already brought it up with the pricing plan. But of course, if you don't get this exact same page that I'm getting right now, all you need to do is click on settings, and then on the top left here, you'll be able to see the pricing plans. So we'll go ahead and click on the pricing plan settings. And this is where we're going to set up our payment, or per se, our payment. And of course, you would have to go through this yourselves. I'll only demonstrate a little bit. Of course, I'll not be paying for this, as you will need hosting in order to even get some payment started. So of course, you will have to go premium within a website, and I'll show you a couple of options that you want to maybe use for your site, especially if you want to pay for some of the basic plans. But we'll talk about that later on. First of all, we'll go on to the pricing plans here. So now that we're on the pricing plans, or the settings area, as you can see, we've got the payments there. And what we want to do is we can go ahead and connect our payment method. So we'll go ahead and click on that. So we'll wait for that to load. Okay. So these are the payments that we can accept from. So we can go ahead and connect a credit or debit card with Wix. And as you can see, this is the most recommended thing that you can do. So you can go ahead and connect that. Another option, of course, is PayPal, which is widely used as well. So you can go ahead and click on PayPal. Or if you choose to have more of a physical one-to-one business and you don't really, you just want to showcase your website online, but you want to do things one-to-one with your clients, you can go ahead and you can accept manual payments, which will occur within cash, check, or of course any custom forms of payment. But for the purpose of the video, we're going to go ahead and click on the accept credit and debit card, and I'll just show you the processes of what we could, it'll show you. So of course it'll show you connecting to the right provider. So that's a couple of the options there. So if you don't sell any prohibited products or services, of course we don't, as this is an online course. We'll go ahead and select continue. So then it'll connect you to a provider. So this should be bringing up your Visa, as you can see there. So Wix payments connected. It's time to upgrade your site. So as you can see, upgrade your site to with business and e-commerce premium plan. So this is when Wix will start offering you a couple of options on how you want to host your website. So you will have to buy a domain if you can find the name that you would like. Of course, there's other areas where you may want to purchase a domain like GoDaddy. So it doesn't have to be particularly Wix you pay for a domain. And as you can see, all premium plans have a 14-day money-back guarantee. I'm pretty sure you as well you can trial a premium plan, but don't quote me on that. But there's some reassurance there. If you want, you can go ahead and pay for a premium plan, and if you're not satisfied within 14 days, you can ask for your money back. But we'll go ahead and click on upgrade just so I could show you guys as well some of the plans that they have in stock. And as you see here, that this is what it's recommending for me to do. As it is an e-commerce site, I can't go ahead and click on the website one, which is the most basic. So this is what it's recommending for me to pick, which is the Business Unlimited, Business VIP, or Business Basic. Of course, as you can see right there, they've got a promotional on for 50% off, and that's within the Business VIP, Business Unlimited, and Business Basic. Again, I can't quote you on this. This may not be the same, as this is what's present at the minute for the sort of promotional that they have on. So now that I've shown you that, we'll go ahead and move on. So once you've gone ahead and made your site live or whatever, or you could just choose to do that later on the date. So we've got that all sorted now. So at the minute, as you can see, it's not accepting payments. And of course that makes sense since we haven't connected a bank. And of course we didn't even upgrade to a premium plan. But I'll let you go ahead and continue doing that. You should be able to make your way there. It's easy enough. So now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and move on. So if I click X on that, I should have two plans at the minute. As you can see, we've got ourselves a Wix online course, which you can pay for in full. And as you can see below, that these are the sort of modules that I'm providing. Or you can go ahead and click on the Wix site building, which you can hire a professional web designer to give you a one-on-one training on Wix. So there's two different courses that I've created there. So now what we want to move on to is we're going to be creating a few dynamic pages for the Wix online course. Of course, we want to showcase some of the modules that we have, and within showcasing this, you can show them a couple of document forms, or what we'll be doing is adding videos, and I'll be linking some of the ProfileTree Wix YouTube tutorial videos onto this. Of course, again, if they are paying for it, you don't want to do that. You want to go ahead and create some custom videos that you want to create and then add it onto the Wix online course. And through it there, you'll be able to upload them or link a URL using YouTube or Vimeo or any other platform of recording, or any recording platform at all. So yes, now we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and show you the rest of the site on how to do it. So we'll go ahead and get started on that. Okay, so before we get stuck into what we need to do, I'm going to go ahead and preview this site just so I can show you guys what is expected within how a user perspective will see this. So if we go ahead and we'll go into the published site, so it'll ask us for, of course, you'll have a more detailed homepage for your website, but currently at the minute we do only have a blank site. So we'll go ahead and click login, and this is where you can log in or sign up. So we'll go ahead and sign up with an email. Let's just say test@test.com, and then password is password. So I am not a robot. We'll sign up to that. So when users sign up to this, okay, so apparently that already exists. We'll go ahead and say test 1. I'm not a robot. We'll sign up. So it'll then ask you here, if we go on to the My Subscriptions, of course, this is where we went ahead and created some of the stuff that we made. So this is the profile here. It's test 1. And we've got a few subscriptions there. We'll go ahead and view plans and pricing. And as you can see, it's led us to the choose your pricing plan page. And from the two that we've created, or the one that we've created and the other one that I've went ahead and demonstrated, we've got the Wix online course, as you can see there, and the Wix site building. So if we go ahead and click on the Wix online course, go ahead and demonstrate that, you'll be brought to the checkout, and then as you can see, we've signed up, we've already done that, and then you can do your payment. Of course, since it says sorry you can't order this plan at the moment, again, it's because we've not enabled the bank, and we also haven't we haven't paid the premium plan. So that's the two things that you need to do in order to get started with this. But I just wanted to quickly show you that, so you've got like sort of just an understanding on how you want to set it up. Of course, you can modify this to make it look nicer. At the minute, this is just a blank canvas. So we'll go ahead and move on. So now we're going to look into the account architecture. So what's great about this is that our account, or the structure of the account, has already been built because of the plans and pricing. So as we seen earlier on with the subscription, so we'll go ahead and click on these, let's see, the members pages. We'll go to the account one, or we'll actually just, yeah, we'll go to the my subscription. So as you can see here, it shows my member profile card with the name. It shows me my subscriptions, my wallet, and my account. So it shows me the things that I have paid for. As you can see, there's a couple of ones there. There's a beginner one, a pro, and a VIP. And so we can manage those subscriptions if we wanted to as well. We can go ahead and customize that. As you can see. So if you had no subscription, you would be seeing this. Or let's see, if you had no subscription, you would be seeing that one there. You haven't purchased any subscriptions yet, or you'd be seeing the with subscription, as you can see. So if we go ahead and preview this just so I could have a look. Off the bat, you can see my subscriptions, we haven't purchased any. And you could check out the wallet. And you could check out the account. But what I want to do is I want to create a dynamic page, and this would be regarding the courses that I'll be offering. So since I've got one for Wix online courses, I want to go ahead and create one with 3 modules, or 3 parts to that module that are video based. As I said earlier on, I'm going to be linking some videos from the ProfileTree website into this. So we'll go ahead and do so. So go back to editor here. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to go over to the pages and menu, and from here I'm going to actually go ahead and delete the wallet, but I am going to go ahead and add another member page, and this will be my online course or online courses. So we'll go ahead and go to the custom pages. As you can see, there's different ones there. You can add the profile or my wallet, but I've gone ahead and deleted the wallet one. And since this is only situated for members only, we're going to go ahead and do the private page. So we'll go ahead and click on that. We'll wait for that to load. Okay. The way to rename the actual member page itself is just by clicking on the settings, and just below the page info, if you click on the new private page, we'll go ahead and click there for online courses. Okay. And as you can see with the permissions here, you can select all members or only selected members or paying customers. So you could set it for that. But since it's the purpose of the fact that we can't actually log into the pricing plans at the minute, we'll go ahead and select all members. But from here, you could show them as you can see, there's select from your member roles, site collaborator, or you could change that name if you want to, and select from your pricing plans. As you can see, you could select both. You can apply that. So these would be the selected members or paying customers. And of course, with the site collaborator, you can add a new role, and you could state the fact that this would be paying customers. So we'll wait for that to load, and you could see the page permissions. And so no members, only pages. To change rule, go to the editor and set permissions. Okay, so we need to set permissions. That's where we would have to do it here with the permissions, but fortunately we're not able to change that. But for the meantime, we're just going to leave it for the all members, but this is something that you should look at when you go premium on your site. So we'll select all members, and we'll go ahead and go back from that. So here we have our online course. I'm going to go ahead and extend this out a little bit. We'll actually use our toolbar just to align it out. Okay. As you can see, we've got our members menu, which has been built up for us. And You can change the navigation menu if you wanted to as well. You could sort of adjust it how you want to, as you could see. So that's on how you want to change it up. And we could also change the design if you wanted to as well. So it just works the same way. So if I want to search for Poppins, semi-bold, you can go ahead and change that. So that's dependent on you, on how you want to go ahead with designing the website. So what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and add a container. I want to create an online course here. So we'll go ahead and do so. So just like that. And then we'll just extend it out a little bit. So then, of course, you would have 3 sections of these. So like so. So something like that. You would have 3 courses. Then let's just change the design on that. Let's just change the color of that. To a grayscale color. And of course you can add your own design there. Just say that if you had, let's just say an online course. So we'll probably just to demonstrate what you can add, we'll go ahead and do so. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and change that basic shape. We'll just look for something to do with online course. Of course, again, we are not really designing, but it's just for the purpose of this. Hopefully we can find something to do with online course. There you go, there's an online school one. We can just go ahead and do that. Of course, you could change these as well to repeaters if you want to. There's other ways and methods of doing so. I'll actually, if there's time as well, I'm going to go ahead and show you a site which you can include to have this sort of design in. So there's something like that, and then we would want to write down online course. Okay, we'll just reduce the size of that. Okay, and then from this you can also have a paragraph. And then of course we can add a button. Okay, something like that. So we'll preview this, we'll have a look. So you can have something like this for your subscriptions, or yeah, so we'll go ahead and go back. So once that we've got the overall structure of our Wix Course 101, or whatever you would like to call your online course, what we need to do now is add a content database architecture. So in order to do this, we're going to have to add a content manager into our Wix site. So go ahead and click on the content manager on your left side. You'll just see it on the sidebar here. And you can see that it does set up the content collections. You can create hundreds of dynamic pages, which we'll need for later on, and collect info from site visitors. So go ahead and add that to the site. So it'll just take a quick second for this to fully load. Now once that has been loaded into your site, you'll see that you have 2 different options. You can start with a preset, or you can start by adding content. So for this website, we're going to go ahead and just start by adding content, because we want to have our modules, we want to have our different courses, even prices. So just start by adding content, and this is where you'll have the option to create a collection. So name it however you want. For this one, we'll just call it Wix Online Courses. And then once you're happy enough, go ahead and click create. But you do get the options as well to do a single or multiple items. So we'll just wait for this to fully load. So here you have the content manager. This is where you're able to add the different modules that you want or different items. You can see that there's an add item button on the bottom here, or you can add a field, and you can have multiple fields with the content manager. So what you want to do here is go ahead and click on the add item. Go ahead, select edit. You'll see edit field. Now you can change the field type if you want. You can change the field name as well, or the field key. So that all depends, of course, how you want to lay out your course. There's multiple different options for this part. So what we're going to do is add a field, and we'll name it module name. So we'll do module name, and you can see that it's automatically created a field key for us, which is module name. And we'll just have this as a text field. And we'll do another one here. And what we'll do for this one, for this course, is we'll just call it module 1 or module 1 video. And you can see again it's added a field key. And for this one, what we want to do is have it as a URL, so we can actually link in a YouTube video if we want. There is other options there as well for video. So if you got a YouTube video, you can link it in, or if you have a video that you have on file, which is MP4, you can also link that in as well. So once you're happy enough, go ahead and click save. And we'll do another field as well. And we'll just have this as rich text. You can see that it's already done a field key for us again, but I'm going to change that up, and we're going to call that module 1 description. And go ahead and click save. So you can add as multiple different fields as you want. You can edit them as much as you can as well. Instead of rich text, we could actually change this up if you want to, or we could just leave it as is. And so I'll just extend this a little bit. But yeah, happy enough. Once you are happy enough with what you have, so I've got module name, module 1 video, and module description. It's now time to add our dynamic pages in. So now that we have the overall layout for the content manager, it's now time to add the dynamic pages. So again, on your left side, if you locate to the pages in menu, and you'll see under the member pages, you'll see dynamic pages. And this is where you're able to have multiple different pages from a single layout, and you can use collections to display content. So we'll just add that to the site since we don't have it in. You can choose a preset if you want, and what we'll go for is just a standard one. So that'll just create the pages for us. Won't take too long, just takes a wee second. So those dynamic pages are now in, will be located towards the dynamic pages. You can see on the left side, on the pages area, you'll have dynamic pages just below members pages again. But what we want to do is locate to the content manager. Go ahead and select collections, and you'll see a preset that we've already done, which is Wix Online Courses. You can see that we can add this to the blank dynamic page, or add the dynamic item page onto here, or add dynamic list page. So we'll just click on the dynamic list page. It'll create the pages for us again. And as you can see, we've got the item list, we've got the video, and we also have the description. Now you'll have this little button here that'll pop up. We do need this as well. This is to manage the overall content for the courses. So what we need to do for this area is change everything up. So what we'll do now is we will change the name of the item list to something specific. So we'll have it as module 1, and then we'll have that as module 1 Wix. Again, you could change the text depending on how you've got your overall site. And what we want to do now as well is we are going to want to add a video in. So on your top left, add elements. We'll just find the video here, and you have multiple different options. You can add in a normal video, which is a single video player, or you can add in a YouTube video if you want. So you do have a list of different options you can have for your element. We'll just put in the YouTube one here, so you can extend that out, adjust it however you want, and once we're happy enough, we can go ahead and add in another one. We'll just do the video player actually. So we'll just extend this out. Like so. And all we need now is just a description for the module. So we'll go ahead and add a paragraph in. Just drag that down there. Okay. So you can touch it up as much as you like. Of course, just depends on how you want to build your site. You can have a description then a video. You can have a video then description, but we'll just name it as module description. Just as well, so if you want to have multiple modules, so of course if you want the module 2, module 3, module 4, and you want to almost like the same uniform design, what you want to maybe do is you want to go to the add elements, and if we just find the list, okay, and just like so, as you can see there, we've got the repeaters. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and click on them, and then from there you'll be able to have the same modules. So especially since if I just name this modules, of course, so modules Wix, and then I would have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however modules you're going to put down, and you can have that listed as repeaters. So that's one way you could have multiple modules in one page. So now that we've got all the pieces that we want for our modules, or just to show the modules, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and connect it to the bridge that we have here. So in order to do that, so here we have our title. We'll go ahead and click on that. As you can see right here, it'll say connect to data. You want to go ahead and click on that. Now it'll give you up this little screen here. Just wait for it to load. And as you can see, it's already connected to the online courses, which is great. And then what we need to do though, so if I just click back on that, we need to go to where the text connects to. So we have our module name, which we need to connect that to. So you'll go ahead and click on that, and then you'll X off this. And if you've guessed it there, we're going to do the same for the video player. And of course, since we had our module video, we're going to go ahead and connect it to this. So let's see. So just so you know, it won't say, you'll not be able to connect it with video title connects to, as you can see. It only applies for text only. But if we look closely and we scroll down all the way, we'll be able to find video source connects to. And you'll be able to click that and then click onto the URL. And then you can exit off that. So now that's connected. And then for the module description, you can go ahead and click on that, connect that to a data as well. And as you can see, text connects to module description. And that's all three parts now connected. So now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and go back to our content manager, which we'll do so here. And we're going to go ahead and create, click on collections, and we'll click on the three little dots there for the Wix online courses, which this is connected to. we'll go ahead and edit settings. Let's see. Oops, sorry guys, wrong area. Let's see if I can. So you just double click it, sorry. So just double click for the content manager. And then what we want to do is we want to go ahead and start adding these things in. So we have our module name, and then we could just say part 1, and then our module video, which we'll add a link to, like so, and then a module description, so part 1 video, so something like that. So then we'll X off this, let's see. Okay, and then I'm gonna actually add a, let's see, a part 2, and we'll just put a link on that, and then say part 2 video, and then we'll grab a third link, so we'll just say part 3, and we'll add that in like that, and then say part 3, perfect, or part 3 video, like so. Okay, so that looks all good to me. We'll exit off this now. Sorry guys, I had to actually go back to this. So with the content manager, just so you know, straight off the bat as well, is that you are only able to see these module names, videos, and descriptions only with the actual preview itself. But if you want to go ahead and see the collection, you have to make sure you publish the site so you can see the actual collection live. So I just wanted to note that for you. It's just in case if you're not able to see it. But you should also you should be able to go through this process as soon as you make the site premium and you've paid for a premium plan, etc., doing all that. So yeah, just thought to let you know. Okay, so we're just gonna see if what we did actually worked. So I'm gonna go on to Wix Online Courses, click the preview. And there we go. It's actually just showed us there straight away. So there's our part 3. You can see the video plan as well. And as you can see, that's perfectly fine. And it even gives us a video description. So that's all looking good. So the last part that we need to do now is to actually just add some buttons in here. So I'm going to go ahead and get that sorted. So I'll just add a button here. And I'll just make it so that these buttons say previous and next. So we'll connect that to there. So the next item. Okay. And we would have one here. Connect the data to that. Previous item. Change the text to, let's see here. Okay, so now that we've got all that sorted, let's see if we could actually change the text. So for this, the text for this button is managed in the Wix Online Courses collection. So let's see. You can have it so that it's, let's see, the ID text. Oh, no, wrong one. Just have it as the module name. As you can see, it's part 1. Or could you have the title text? Yep, there you go. We'll just have the title text. Let's see. The text for this button is managed in the Wix online courses collection. Change content. So realistically, this should work. So we'll just do the same for this one. Okay. And then we'll go preview it. So of course you can have that set next or previous. And as you can see, works perfectly fine. And it even shows part 2 and part 3. Like so. And of course you can create a detailed website for this, depending on how you want to go about it, especially for an online course. I'll actually give you a quick example of one of the websites we built. Okay, so I've just brought up a template here. So these are one of the examples for like an online course. As you can see how it's laid up and designed as well. Of course, you can try to make it a lot nicer. So you got something like this, of course, where we seen earlier on, shows the price, like a start date stuff, and then that'll more likely bring you to a cart. So things like that, or you could create a website. Let's see, based on like what we did earlier on. So if you add that sort of stuff for a website like this, then you would have yourself like a really nice sort of course online website. So yeah, that about wraps up this video. I suppose if you guys have any questions at all regarding what we did today, just leave it down in the comment section below. And of course, if you guys want to see some videos as well, some more videos, just leave them down in the comment section below. We will read them and we'll listen to your suggestions and we'll make a video out of it. So yes, I'll see you for the next one. Thank you very much.